Hey Trans Youth, this is Samantha, and this entire week is all about YouTube. Now, we have already answered this question before, but a viewer did ask what brought us on Trans Youth Channel, one, to actually do a video on YouTube, and two, to come together and make a collaborative channel as big as we are now. But there's a specific way that they said it. They wanted to know how to get past that threshold where you're just anxiety-ridden. You don't know what you're going to do, you don't know what you're going to say, you don't know what people are going to think about you, you don't know whether you're going to be popular, you don't know whether you're going to be accepted, you really don't know what's going to happen as soon as you publish that post, and you're almost going to have absolutely no privacy at all, and you really probably shouldn't do this. And every one of those feelings, as valid as they are, didn't matter to me when I posted a video. So how do you get past that threshold? How do you get past this whole idea of not wanting to post on Trans Youth Channel or on YouTube at all for that matter, simply because you're nervous about what's going to happen? I'm going to tell you, and this is how I ended up on Trans Youth Channel, this is how I ended up on YouTube as a whole. When I was sitting there on a December night, never published on YouTube before, I wasn't worrying about any of that. The point of the threshold was to kind of keep your identity safe, secure, and on your own. Publishing on the internet is a very risky business, don't get me wrong, and your parents were probably right. Be sure you know what content you're spreading, but I didn't care. And the reason I didn't care is the same reason we here at Trans Youth Channel have over 3,000 subscribers now. Yeah, that's right, I never actually brought that up, but we're at 3,000 now, so yay, go us. The one thing that caused me to actually publish on YouTube was knowledge, and understanding that when I was researching, when I was looking at other people on YouTube who were talking about their transitions, talking about their opinions, and giving me resources, they passed something on to me. They passed on a love of transition, a love of helping people in transition. And that was what I was thinking about 100% when I posted my video. When I was thinking about all of that knowledge that I was going to pass on to the other person on the other side of the camera, when I was thinking about how much I was going to interact and help the trans community, and what I was going to attract, both the person who had not transitioned before and was a little bit lower than I was on the scale, and those who had already transitioned and were already finished, already done, I was going to attract both. And that right there was what brought me to YouTube. The idea that I was going to connect a community through knowledge and keep knowledge going. And that's the same thing that landed me on Trans Youth Channel. When Kit published her video, she's the original founder of Trans Youth Channel. When she published her video, I was elated because when I saw it, she had that same spark I had. She wanted to see knowledge move. She wanted to see the whole trans community come together and spread that knowledge so as to create a community. And that's just an after effect. That's not what I originally intended. You hear me talk about community all the time, but I just wanted knowledge to flow. So being here on Trans Youth Channel as the leader of a great and wonderful organization, I want to answer this question: how do you get past that threshold? By saying that very threshold, that whole idea of what are people going to think of me, that whole idea of, oh my God, I don't know if I'm giving the right information, that's what drove me. That threshold disappeared. It in fact became an incline because I published a video saying, hey, people will think of what I'm saying, and people will know that they can respond to me, help me learn, and learn from me. That's what brought me to Trans Youth. That's what brought me to YouTube. So what I want to really say is that threshold, as important as it may be, as secure as it may be, and as much as you need to pay attention to it, that must become your motivation for actually posting on YouTube. You want to help. You want to make things more secure. You want to bring more beneficial information. And that's what I have to say to this video. And that's also what I want to say to every trans youth blogger out there. Whether you're not even a part of Trans Youth, don't even know about it, I want to thank you for posting about your transition, bringing that information to YouTube, and helping people learn actively in a community, because that right in and of itself is incredibly important to the development of a beginning transitioner. So thank you all. Right down below, we actually do have instructions as to how to join Trans Youth Channel as an organization. We have plenty of information. We are looking for female to males and gender non-variants to fill those two spots. So please definitely get your applications in to transyouthchannel@gmail.com. Thank you very much, and I'll talk to you guys later. Bye.